Okay, hello all you crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite, and welcome back to Bravely Default 2. I'm finally starting to get this name down. By the way, one thing I did forget. Alright, I'm gonna go back and heal. When I changed character classes and equipment and stuff, my HP was a little bit left behind. So for the sake of having full health whenever I need it, I'm just gonna go heal real quick, and then it's gonna be off to the palace castle thing. Alright. I can go into panorama view from inside a building. Alright. Whatever. So, the plot is pointing us up in this direction. And elemental resistances. Okay, I actually didn't read all of that before the loading screen ended, so I'm gonna have to go back to that later. Before I talk to the person who looks important, King Orion will not be granting any audiences today. Prince Castor will be performing his duties in his place. Prince Pollux is currently unavailable. Prince Castor, however, may be able to offer you an audience. I would never complain about my duties, but patrolling the palace is harder than many realize. It is such hot, sweaty work. And now that the kingdom is filled with water, the temptation to jump in is almost irresistible. What a shame. Alright, so there is one treasure chest in here. It's probably up behind that door. By the way, I am slightly disappointed, I'm not gonna lie, that I have not seen any names in this game so far that are as, like, terrible, awful puns as I saw in some of the characters in the 3DS Bravely games. Like, Barris Lair. Say it out loud and say it quickly, and it sounds basically like what Barris Slayer was. Ring a Bell obviously has amnesia, which was hilarious, and the game designers knew it. There are a lot of name puns in the first two Bravely games, and I'm not seeing that many of them. I'm not seeing any at all, really, in this game so far. Everyone in my party, Seth, Adele, Gloria, and Elvis, those are perfectly normal names for the most part. Things like, Sloan is a fairly normal name. Who is the annoying guy? The one who I beat up for the monk. Anyway, his name wasn't really a pun either, at least not that I'm aware of. I'm not seeing anything like that so far. And I hope to see some terrible puns, like the louder I scream, the better.
It is a great relief to see you safe and well.
I am sorry if I caused you any undue concern, Prince Castor.
Please, there is no need to apologize. If I might ask, what became of you after the fall of your kingdom?
It is rather a long story, I'm afraid.
And so, we find ourselves here today. You believe Savalon's current troubles to have been caused by the water crystal?
I do, and I wondered if your honored father might know anything that could help us in investigating the matter further.
Your Highness, permit me to offer my deepest sympathies for all that has befallen you. Alas, our own realm is currently suffering grave troubles of its own. It saddens me to say this, but we are unable to offer any assistance.
Silence. That is not your decision to make. You must forgive Dromed his presumption. While his official title is that of Record Keeper to the court, he also serves in an unofficial capacity as an advisor. And what he says is not without truth. Our current situation is not a pleasant one. My honored father, the king, his whereabouts are currently unknown.
Goodness! Have you any idea what might have happened to him?
Sadly not. We had thought that he might have been kidnapped, but we have received neither a ransom demand nor contact of any other kind. We have also tried to notify my younger brother, Pollux, but since setting off on his tour of the nations of the world, he remains unreachable. The Council of Elders has been satisfied thus far with our tales of sudden sickness, but it is only a matter of time before they begin asking questions.
I am ever so sorry. I pray with all my heart that he will be returned to you soon.
You are too kind, Princess Gloria. I will confer with the Council on the matter of the water crystal. Perhaps one of the Elders will know something.
That would be great, wouldn't it, Gloria?
You dare interject, servant! Have you no shame?
Oh, you misunderstand, Prince Castor. My friend here is no servant. He is a companion and trusted ally. I owe him my life.
Friend? Companion? a lowly commoner.
Oh, come now, Your Highness. If you continue to insult my comrades, I fear I shall have no choice but to take offense.
Offense? At what? He is a commoner, is he not? I merely call a spade a spade.
Prince Castor.
Forgive me, Your Highness. I spoke out of turn. Now, to return to the matter at hand. Dromit.
The city's various districts began to fill with water at different times, but it seems the trouble first began around 3 years ago.
3 years? And was it not 3 years ago that Musa was attacked? The council will be assembling shortly. We must consult with them on this matter right away. Please, if you would bear with us until then.
Of course, Your Highness.
Forgive the wait, Your Highness. Allow me to introduce Elders Cygnus and Bernard, right honorable members of the council.
Cygnus, Minister of Commerce at your service. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Princess Gloria.
Bernard, Master of the Gaming Hall. It is an inestimable honor, Your Highness.
Prince Castor informs us that you seek knowledge of the water crystal.
We do indeed. I suspect that it might be the cause of the city having filled up with water. Might you know anything of such a connection?
Alas, the cause is somewhat more prosaic than that, Your Highness. I am afraid my men made a rather critical blunder while digging an underground waterway. In fact, you find us having just emerged from an emergency council meeting on that very subject.
And a very productive meeting it was, too. I must commend you on your ready acceptance of responsibility, Lord Bernard. To have offered to help in righting the mistake is further proof, if such were needed, of your unimpeachable character. This man is no crystal thief, Your Highness. You have my personal guarantee of that.
You honor me, Lady Cygnus.
Now, we must be getting on. The proposed countermeasures will require considerable planning if they are to go ahead. If you will excuse us.
Well, I guess what they're saying makes sense.
Perhaps. But if Bernard's waterways truly are the reason for the flooding, then there is one thing that strikes me as somewhat convenient. The gaming hall, his gaming hall, is one of the few places not afflicted, despite the vast quantities of water it uses.
Perhaps we had better go and take a look.
You will allow me to accompany you, I trust? If one of my subjects truly is connected to the disappearance of your kingdom's treasures, as a friend and ally, I cannot stand idly by.
Your help will be much appreciated, Your Highness.
And besides, I somewhat doubt the ability of this rabble to protect you. You are of noble birth, Lady Gloria. To associate so freely with the lowborn is...
Prince Castor.
Of course, Your Highness. Now is not the time to be casting aspersions on the quality of your companions. I hope you can all forgive me, and that I might prove to be of assistance.
I hope so too, Prince Castor.
All right. Looks like we're headed for the gaming hall.
Prince Castor is now accompanying us. Alright. I wonder what he's going to be doing in battle. So we've got to go to the gaming hall. Are you all going to say the same thing as before? Yes, you're going to say the same thing. You have a side quest for me. No, stop. Help. Help. Side quests. You are looking for me to take out some goblin archers. I can do that. And it looks like I can now go up here. Alright, here's a treasure chest. 3 times antidote. And this is just going to be a little balcony looking out at the desert. Alright. Let's see. Blindness. Yeah, I know that one already. I'm kind of hoping it'll show the resistance thing again, so that I can read that one. I don't think there's anything else for me to do in town right now. I'm just going to go to the gaming hall, or whatever he called it. I can now go through the doors and charm. Is that like... Wait, what is that? I'll find out.
Whoa. I never expected to see a fountain like that in the middle of the desert.
Me neither. Talk about decadent. Not that I mind a little luxury, but you can have too much of a good thing.
Oofed. It's been no expense in decking this place out, that's for sure.
Prince Castor! To what do we owe this inestimable pleasure? Well, might I ask what brings you here, Your Highness?
Princess Gloria was taking a tour of the city. I thought it would be rude not to offer to accompany her.
Ah, the life of a prince is a hard one, is it not? But I am forgetting myself. Allow me to introduce Annie Hale. The rustic charms of her performing menagerie have been entertaining our clientele of late. You'll have to forgive her abysmal manners. I found her wandering the wilds, and it seems her upbringing was far from civilized. But tell me, Princess Gloria, how goes the search for the water crystal?
We haven't found it yet, but we will. You can be sure of that.
Oh, I do admire your optimism, but I can't help feeling that you'll never find it, no matter how hard you search. What would it take to convince you that it was not in Savalon, I wonder? An official edict to that effect from the prince, perhaps?
I doubt it. Not that I don't trust His Highness, of course, but I would prefer to confirm it for myself. After all, thieves have a habit of hiding things rather well, don't you find?
Well, then far be it from me to hinder you in your search. But please, do take care. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, no offense to our new friend, but I can't help thinking he's got something to hide.
Bernard's story is certainly impressive. He built the gaming hall and earned himself a place on the Council of Elders, and all in the space of a few years. There were certain rumors, of course, but what newly made man is not dogged by the chatterings of the jealous?
All the more reason to suspect him, says I. There's no smoke without fire.
Maybe that minstrel can tell us something. Orpheus, was it?
Couldn't hurt to ask. Is there anything you can tell us about him first, Gloria?
Well, if I were being kind, I might describe him as committed to his craft. If I were feeling less generous, I'd say he was a raving egomaniac.
Remind me not to get on your bad side. But that's good to know. We might be able to use it to our advantage. Let's track him down and see, shall we?
A raging egomaniac. Alright, so we gotta go find him now, I guess. Oh, we have to leave again? Alright, first I'm gonna find the one treasure chest in here. If I recall from the demo, assuming it is in the same place, it should be around this side. I don't remember what's in it, just that it was existing. 740 pigs. Okay. Are there any doors I can go through? There are. You are not speaking to me, apparently. That's fine. I don't know if I want to speak to you either. Is there anything hidden behind the wall? That's another door with a rope across it. Uh-oh, the money I was supposed to spend on the stock is all gone. This is a disaster. I have to win it back. Quick, smart. Sounds like your problem. Shop stock. It'll broaden as your adventure progresses. Keep an eye out for our items marked as new. Okay, so here's the third treasure chest. I still don't know how to get to the second one I saw. Is there anything else out here? Equipping a shield does not negatively affect speed, aim, or any of the other things. I don't think there's any other treasure chests, but maybe an NPC or something, no. Okay. So let me go and talk to the NPCs. This should be a fairly straightforward video, I think. There hasn't really been any combat, so I don't want it to drag on too long. I'm thinking this is about the point in the game where I'm going to stop doing the signing on, signing off thing and just cutting whenever is a decent length for a video. Haven't quite made up my mind yet, but that's what I'm leaning towards. Many of the continent's major trade routes cross the Savalonian desert. Our city has been a meeting place for merchants since the ancient times. The money and the ancient knowledge they bring with them is the very lifeblood of our kingdom. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by the variety of drinks available here in the desert. You must try the local specialty. It is made with the bendy yellow fruits of a certain tree. Hee hee. It may not sound very appetizing, but I assure you, it has a taste that is simply unique. Why not try a glass? Adele. The proprietor of the gaming hall was kind enough to lend me some money to keep playing. He said he did not like to see patrons going home having lost. What a fine, charitable gentleman. I shall be trying doubly hard to win now. Alright, that is a little bit of player psychology. High-stakes gambling, the spectacular stage shows, and some of the best food and drink I've ever tasted. This place is heaven stuff. Heaven itself. Heaven stuff. Heh. Thank goodness I have decided to become a traveling merchant, or I'd never have had the chance to sample it all. You have fun with that. Over there. Okay, so I think that's everybody in here. Can't talk to the fountain. I can't, like, reach into the fountain and collect some of the money that people may have thrown into it at some point. Choose your accessories wisely. Yeah. Those are bonus effects. Some have simple stat increases and stuff. Some have somewhat more interesting effects, like more specific things that could help out with a particular strategy. It is so sad, a real tragedy. Book smarts. Young people today have no interest in books, but I cannot get enough. There is always something new to learn. Sadly, I have read all that I possess. Please bring me a nice new book. Alright. Is that going to be something I can just do in here? Which quest marker is that? The party chat has popped up. The Prince and the Paupers. Crikey, these snacks that I bought are good. Couldn't help yourself, huh? You kidding? I can't pass a stall and not buy something. Don't suppose you fancy a skewer, do you, Prince Castor? They're a credit to your kingdom, I must say. I'd recommend the... Do not presume to speak to me. We are not friends. Hold on, pal. You're the one who asked to come along with us. I offer to accompany Princess Gloria. The commoners who trail in her wake are of no interest to me. So we're doubling down on the commoner thing from the one cutscene. Okay. You know, Elvis isn't actually commoner. His family is kind of a big deal. Heh. The idea that that this man is of any consequence at all is laughable. No person of quality would indulge in filthy street foods, and just look at him licking his fingers. Ugh. But you are noble, right, Elvis? Ah, what does it matter? I'm a connoisseur of tasty treats. That's all you need to know. Now, why don't you just admit you fancy a nibble, Your Highness? Heaven only knows that they only get this coating, how they get this coating so crispy. I do not want a nibble, and certainly not of something you have mauled in such a fashion. Now, please do not bother me again. Prince Castor, did you not hear what I just said? You're going the wrong way. Why did you not tell me so? Heh. Ah, you're a one, Your Highness. Alright, so we're just playing with his head all day and night. Alright, so all three of the quest markers are pointing outside. I'll deal with them at some other time. There are two more. There's this one over here.
Someone!
Oh, this is gonna be a long one, isn't it?
You must help!
What's the matter, sir?
The one-eyed creature. It attacked us.
A one-eyed creature?
Yes. I escaped and came to seek help, but my friend is still in danger. Please, you must help him.
We would be glad to. Would we not?
Yeah, of course.
You would?
Just leave it to us. You go tell the city guard about what happened, okay?
Very well. And thank you.
It sounds as if we need to hurry.
The Harbinger of Calamity, the one-eyed creature, it attacked us in the desert. I managed to escape, but my friend is still in danger. Alright, that's going to be another kill quest. 3 stars out of 10. And there was another one, I believe, out here somewhere. Is it you? It is you. That man of mine has gone off without his lunch. Okay, so we've just got to deliver the lunch. He's on an archaeological dig, which is probably also outside. Okay. Yeah, all the side quest markers are pointing outside. I am going to go and do that later. For now, I'm going to end this off. In the next part, we will be leaving town and moving on with our adventure. Until then, I hope you all enjoyed that. My name is Dragonite. This has been Bravely Default 2, and I will see you all later. There's a really weird rippling effect going on the background. I don't know if I like that. It's a little dizzying. I don't know if that's supposed to be a heat haze or something. It looks sort of like a heat haze.